of Britain, for it hath endured a desolation of 16 winters, bereft of a high king to guide and unite the land. The Supreme Collegium, entrusted with the sacred duty to anoint a rightful sovereign, hath faltered in its solemn task, lamented the whispers among the people. The 9 surviving legates, their voices entangled in a web of protocol and precedence, hath failed to act. Alas, it seemeth the twilight of the Collegium, as a potent body hath descended upon us. Throughout the land, tales abound of tribute paid, but alas, it floweth not into the coffers of a worthy ruler, but rather into the hands of invaders and those ill-fitted to the throne. The noble lords of Logris, once stalwart pillars of our realm, hath been laid low, though some secrets lie shrouded in mystery. Duke Ulfius, a survivor of many a harsh winter, findeth himself enshrouded in whispers of a shadowy alliance with the treacherous South Saxon. Duke Corneus, long in hiding, hath emerged from the shadows, and as he journeyed northward with exiles from Hanton, a fateful clash hath erupted at the border of East Saxon. In the wake of many a raid upon Caerwent, key strongholds once lost hath been reclaimed. The Irish, like a relentless horde, wage war upon the lands of Gales, swarming in their thousands, akin to vermin unleashed upon the fields. Norgales, in the throes of despair, offereth tribute to the mountain tribal leaders, known as the 3 Cadlus. These Cadlus, in their quest for willing souls to join their cause, dangle the allure of plunder. Yet, little plunder will be found in battling against the Irish. In the heart of Cambria, the kingdoms of Avalon and Camelot convene beneath the banners of peace, a meeting graced by the presence of the illustrious kings Leo de Grance and Ninteliad. King Idris of Cornwall hath need of willing souls, and the Castellan of Castle Dimlock in Tintagel doth seek volunteers for his cause to defend against the King of Cornwall. King Cerdic of Wessex, ever the ambitious warlord, raiseth a formidable host, and seeketh the aids of mercenaries. A fleet of ships, a foreboding harbinger of strife, hath also been amassed under his banner. In the fabled lands of Salisbury, the great Marshal's tournament hath been postponed, for news of turmoil along their western borders hath reached their ears. The Castle Woodhouse, a bastion once held by the late Prince Madoc, and a hoary hill fort of Westford Castle, are said to have fallen under the dominion of mercenary armies. Yet the superstitious whisper of fey-folk and giants, laboring to reclaim what was lost in the days of Uther's invasion of the magician king's Summerland. Hello, and
Excuse
we're
me?
back with Summerland Enchantment. The next episode, Bayard's Leap. 498 is the year, and it is the third session of 498. Now let's go ahead and do some introductions. We'll go left to right, starting with Rebecca.
Hi, I'm Rebecca, and I will be playing Lady Olwen tonight. Yeah. She tried to take care of some kids the last episode. We'll see how that worked out.
And Emily.
Hi, I'm Emily, and I play Beatrice, the spellcaster, and we found the Lady of the Land last time, and I'm having flashbacks.
We're gonna have to figure out whether you
I didn't figure it
self-ascribe
out.
to witch or self-ascribe to enchantress. Figure that out.
Oh yeah, that's true. Whatever that is.
For now, you're just called a witch.
I'm just Beatrice. Just like I'm called a Beatrice. That's it.
And we'll go to.
That's not what they're calling you, Beatrice. It's a. Never mind.
There was a bee noise in there somewhere. Yeah.
It's Beatrice, right?
Oh my god.
All right, and Nicole.
I'm Nicole. I play Sir Alien, the Lost in Many Ways Knight.
The Lost in Many Ways.
Alien the Lost.
I like it. Give me 1 sec here while I figure out where I put stuff that I lost. And it sucks because I just had it up and I'm not sure where I put it now.
Oh, buddy.
Sad moments.
It's okay, we'll just vamp about popcorn for 20 minutes again.
Oh no.
Everybody dance, go.
For real. All right, let's maybe just, while we're waiting, let's talk about, let's give you three a moment in character, actually, which will give me a chance to find what I was missing. So we're going to move the NPCs sort of parking lot them for a second.
Yeah.
And this can be like not long after, maybe not long after the, okay, sorry.
Can I ask a question really quickly?
Yeah.
I know I didn't figure out it was the Lady of the Land. Who did? Because I know somebody did. Olwen did.
Olwen did. She asked if she was the Lady of the Land. She didn't get a straight answer, but she had an idea.
You had gotten enough information that you rolled enough to figure it out.
That's straight answer?
No, I didn't roll enough. I just figured it out.
What's
she mentioned, yeah.
Because I figured it out, but Beatrice rolled poorly enough, if I remember right, that she has no clue.
Straight answers in a roll.
Nineveh knew. Nineveh knew. I thought Nineveh told you.
Did they?
I think so. She told you who they were.
Name, but I don't know if we used her name specifically.
Okay. Okay. We know her. We know her name.
Alien has no clue who she is.
Okay. All right. Cool. All right. Now we can do it. I just don't remember.
That's not new for Alien.
Let's go.
Okay, and we'll assume all the other NPCs are close, but not close enough to be part of this.
Beatrice is gonna cover her body with a blanket or something in the room.
I think Olwen will show up at the door frame once again, having got the kids aside, safety, kind of looking back, keeping an eye on them, but keeping them out of earshot and eyeline. So, did you do it? Did it happen?
Did I do what, Olwen?
Not you, them. Did Nineveh do it? She's gone.
There was nothing that could.
Alien is looking for a shovel.
Okay. Like I tried to say the last time, easing the pain is still doing something. So she did do something in the end. So that's good.
Nineveh's
It's a
not
shame that it
heartless.
had to end this way. Sorry?
Nineveh's not heartless. But still. I'm gonna start rummaging through the stuff in the house.
I'm assuming Alien can find something to dig a hole with.
Yeah, I think
If not, she's just spending a while looking for
I
something.
think you see Alien come back. I don't know. I assume spades existed, like
Yeah.
Ice. Yeah.
Something of the sort.
of the sort.
Yeah, I mean, gardening, farming, that was a thing.
Yeah. So I think, Olwen, you see, like, just as you ask, like, is it done? You see Alien kind of wander out, like, almost not hearing you. Grabs a spade, kind of answers your question before it can even be confirmed by words.
Yeah, Alien's digging a hole.
Thank you, Alien. I'm flat going through this woman's stuff while I'm in the house.
Yeah.
She said she had children.
Yes, we were there when they were born. It's the lady of the land, Beatrice. Or at least she was.
That's not good.
No, it's not. And I don't know what that means for us or for Sauvage. At least I assume that the children are the same, only a few years old at this point.
Someone needs to tell Melwis.
If we can find Elwes, hasn't he been
I can
off
try and get a
doing
letter.
nothing?
I don't know where he is, but I did warn him to visit his mother before this.
Do you really think he would?
I had hoped he would, but he seems to disappoint me frequently.
He's a
So,
prince. He's aloof
princes can
and
be disappointing. He's just a man.
yes, well, that's certainly putting it lightly.
Anyway, we can see what we can use from her home for now and try and find out what all of this means.
We've
She
still
said that
got to.
someone else was chosen.
Right. We need to find a place to keep these children safe. And then find a way to keep going.
I rolled a 4 out of 13. How long do you think it's going to take me to dig this hole?
Oh,
Probably
I
longer
just
than the
succeed.
talking part. Like, it's probably going to be a couple of hours, you know.
It's going to be a bit,
kind of-
Yeah.
realistically, dig a human-sized hole.
once I'm done rummaging through this woman's belongings, Beatrice would kind of go out to around where Elian is digging and continue the conversation as their group.
While Beatrice is rummaging around, did we determine that we did fully cross over into Faerie, right?
A word here, I believe.
You can all kind of give me like a fairy lore on that, if you want. Is this something you're going to discuss a bit?
Possibly. Owen's trying to figure it out to see if
He's really digging that hole.
Alien is checked out.
This hole, though, Elian's got it. That's the one duty. that Elian had. Oh, Beatrice doesn't know. Beatrice is too busy rummaging through people's belongings.
Owen succeeded.
Okay. Well, that makes sense. So we'll kind of just say that I think you've spent time around this stuff enough. Do you remember the thinning of the mist and how that all played out?
Yes.
Well, you guys were able to push one specific land back, right? But that, how do I put that? That was just that land. Savage has come over into the mist, into the hedge that we talked about before, like the in-between. It isn't, when you last crossed over, it was in Faerie.
Right.
It isn't in Faerie. In fact, it's more in this world now, the world of the mortals, effectively, than it is in Faerie anymore.
So ostensibly, at least, if Owen finds some provisions, some food type items, it wouldn't necessarily have the same like properties
Wild
and
effect?
drawbacks. Yes.
It's, I think what we'll say is the caution is still got to be there, because the tricky thing is, it wouldn't necessarily have the power, like it doesn't have the ability to pull upon the magic the way it would if it were on the other side still. But it's still things that are of that nature. It's sort of like the way you still possess magic just from being what you are. So there's that aspect of it, if that makes sense.
Okay. She will not get food for the children.
Understood. I think with a successful fairy lore, we could say that you would know the difference.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like if you wanted
Yeah.
to, like you would know when it was unsafe. So you could still go about that action if you wanted.
Yeah, I would like to do that. Try and find something safe for them to at least for their attention, you know.
The old lady probably had something to eat.
Okay, I think what we're gonna do is
She's not eating it now.
we have 3 different people kind of running around doing different things, which is all good. But I just want to make sure that we cover that. Give me one second.
Yeah, mine doesn't need to be a scene. I can just.
Nope. What we're going to do is we're gonna give Olwen as weird as it is, I think we're gonna give you like either an awareness or distaff check here. Or test.
I'm gonna go with distaff.
Right? That's fair.
Oh my god, it's a success.
Okay. For Beatrice, we're gonna give you an awareness test.
Alrighty.
You're fumbling. Wow.
Whoa!
That was a Freudian slip.
Bob's
Please
predicting.
don't do that
Let's
to me.
see if I Babe Ruth that thing. Let's see.
What are you having me roll?
An awareness.
Your next roll will be a fumble.
Don't stop putting it in the universe. I failed. I was so close to a
We're so
fumble.
close.
I blame both of you. No, both of you are put that in the universe. Universe took mercy on me.
One sec.
I find nothing.
I wouldn't say nothing. Well, we'll see.
Okay.
We'll see. You didn't fumble though, so I didn't call it perfectly. Just
I
very
found
close.
something though.
Yeah. Energetic test for for Alien as well.
That's a success.
One sec. Okay, there we go. Energetic. Okay. So, Beatrice, you don't really find anything of key of note inside this shack.
Okay.
It almost seems like there's no correlation between the shack and her other than her being here.
Oh.
In fact, you kind of get this thought in your head is like, did she just stumble upon this the same way we kind of did?
Yeah, and she just like stumbled
Safe
upon
place
here
of
to die.
rest? Yeah.
Oh. Yay.
Uh,
Okay.
For a distaff, you can tick that, by the way, for this.
Ooh, yeah.
So effectively, you managed to forage for some basic. I assume you're looking more for fruits and stuff, not
Mhm.
for not for hunting.
Yeah.
So yeah, you managed to find some basic foraged fruits and such, and then
Oh yeah.
Alien, you managed to basically, without too much help, because I think Cadrigan's keeping an eye on Beatrice.
Approaching predators.
Actually, probably Olwen in this moment, because Olwen's off on foraging, right? So,
Mhm.
not gonna let the lady of the house go too far.
Wandering into the forest again.
Yeah, you should probably follow.
I learned his lesson, right?
Yeah.
You can all give me an awareness test now.
Yeah, I was like, he's not gonna follow me. Let's be real.
Ugh, I failed.
He hopes I get lost.
Unsurprising.
Success.
Yeah, Alien is in that hole at this point.
Alien,
It's
Alien is so
16.
focused on the one job.
like
So just to kind of state some general things, like Alien is probably in a small clearing about 100 feet away from this shack, digging the hole, like finishing the hole, right? It's a nice, almost scenic place for a burial. Olwen, you're about maybe a couple hundred yards away to the east with Cadrigan, kind of looking for a general food for the kids. The kids, if you wouldn't have minded, probably would have come along with you.
Yeah, absolutely. I would want to keep them close for sure.
Yeah. I don't know why. I named them. Where's their names?
They definitely have names. Their names are on their tokens.
It was. Yeah.
Thought it was two.
Video and
Quinlan and Keddick.
Dinuin.
Dimwit, yeah.
Dwinwin.
Didn't
Someone else needs to be in charge of pronouncing this. Clearly, I'm not.
I
the
remember
person.
one sounded like Dimwit.
It is DWN or DWYNWEN.
Oh, right. I got it.
Dimwin.
I do have it in the name of the token, but it didn't save where I wanted to. Hold on. So this is Keddick.
Right, Kiddo and Dimwit. That's how I remembered them.
Keto, is that?
Kiddo. Oh shit, he can't have any of these fruits. We're off keto.
Okay. And so
I even wanted to ask you how you did that.
yeah,
Maybe
I
this
can
pop
help you
up.
out on the side. Sure. Just let me know. I can show you. It's not terribly hard. So. I was supposed to set up a video a long time ago that I never did to show how to do that with Roll20. If you happen to watch this stream and that's something of interest, go ahead and throw that in the comments on YouTube or say something in Twitch chat, and I will, if there's enough interest, maybe I'll do it. Okay, so Beatrice was a successful awareness in that one. So Beatrice, you kind of come out and you're like, there's like nothing here, right? And you're like, where is everyone? You hear, I think everyone's going to hear it, but you hear it first. You hear two raised voices talking back and forth to each other. One, give me a recognize roll plus 10, and give me a recognize roll flat.
Okay, I'm gonna give you the flat one first, because it's a sad roll over here.
Okay.
Alright, so there's the flat one. Yep,
Definitely,
that went about as I thought.
Yeah, definitely a male voice, quite loud, sounds stern. Doesn't sound like Cadric.
10. Success.
Oh my god.
So it seems that Nineveh is not terribly far from you, but out of sight. Probably in the forest, probably left to go deal with the emotional response she was having. Seems to be in some sort of, not shouting match quite yet, but some sort of maybe argument. Or raised event of some sort with a male voice. It's definitely not Cadrigan's, and it's definitely not the boy.
I yell. So how far? So you said Elian is how far from me?
You don't actually know, because you went and did your thing, and then the other two kind of. I assume you did some basic. Hey, we're gonna do this. You know, Olwen's foraging.
Yeah,
you know where Elian's burying, but
I'm. Let's get rid of
Elian might have
entirely. I yell for
Elian
Cadrigan
might have
and for
asked about.
Elian. And then
Elian
I
might
run to where Nineveh is.
Sorry. Nicole?
Elian might have asked where a good place to bury her was.
That's fair.
She's like, since like Nineveh knows her, maybe.
I think you know they're not like
place, whatever that is.
Beatrice, you probably assume that like there was probably some general conversation of don't go too far.
Okay.
Like, and the only one who wasn't part of that conversation was Nineveh, who left right after doing the.
Naturally.
Sorry.
Yell
is Rebecca
for...
trying to get our attention?
Sorry.
Yeah, I don't want to interrupt. I just wanted to ask if those guys who were escorting us were still in the mix.
No, they left us.
Sorry, we left them behind.
We left them behind a long time ago.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, we're safe from them at least.
Cool. Just double checking. I had forgotten.
Could be them.
Which probably.
Theoretically.
Yeah, if they followed us somehow.
After Elian got us lost.
Yeah, that was my main thing. I was like, Elian got us lost for an extended amount of time. Yell for Cadogan and Elian, and then I'm gonna run to where Nineveh is.
Okay. Olwen, Elian, awareness test +5.
I succeeded. I would have been a crit if there was no +5.
I think Olwen, you sense the danger in Beatrice's voice, or the alertness, alarming sound of her voice. There we go. Words are hard.
Just like her voice is generally alarming.
Yeah.
Oh, Beatrice is raising her voice.
Yeah. Yep.
Elian's head pops up like a prairie dog.
Cadrigan looks to Olwen like should he go?
Yeah. Owen will just kind of put her fingers up to her temple and like, yeah. And they'll kind of put their hands on the kid's shoulders and lead them back.
Okay. Elian, how kind of swiftly are you aiming to be there?
Well, she sticks her head up like a prairie dog, and if she doesn't see Beatrice near her, she'll get there as quickly as she can.
You do not see. You're about like 100 yards away in another clearing with some brush between you. So
Thanks, everybody.
it's not
So
terribly
yeah,
far.
Allian's being as quick as she can about it.
Okay, fair enough. We'll assume you do so. I already tested energetic, so let's do. Let's just do like a basic like dex, not to get caught up on anything as you're like sprinting through the forest. Failure just means you maybe get caught up
All
on.
in your face.
No,
Just Elian or Olin as well.
it sounded like Olin was taking her sweet, like careful time.
Yeah,
was
she's
gonna say
just
sweet time, but-
sauntering.
Yeah,
yeah.
like she's guiding the kids.
Cadwigan's got it. Yeah.
Well, I don't think Cadwigan's gonna leave your side unless you're asked him to.
Oh, I was just kind of like
Yeah.
motioned for him to like go ahead,
Okay.
and then we'd be behind him. Yeah.
He'll almost like confirm. He'll be like, "You want me to go ahead without you?"
Yes, yes. We'll be right behind you.
There's Cadwigan without an image.
Oh. No more image for Cadwigan.
Apparently not. Either my
Thank
internet's
God.
breaking.
Needs
or
an image consultant.
Yeah. Okay. So, I think we'll give Beatrice like maybe 30 seconds of general interaction before Elian kind of arrives at the scene. Unless Beatrice was waiting for Elian to catch up.
Oh, she wasn't.
Okay.
She full-on
Are
broke
you
her
kidding?
sprint in
It
anime.
wasn't.
I was gonna say this is Beatrice we're talking about.
Okay. I'll give you a tick in valorous and a tick in reckless for that. I think.
I'm pretty sure I'm almost famously prudent, which is somehow hilarious. No,
That makes
I'm
sense
not.
in a
That's
lot of
lie.
cases.
That's a lie. Reckless, and you said
You're
valorous.
so paranoid. Why would you ever be reckless?
I mean,
Right?
that's so valid.
Yeah.
Paranoid about everything.
So, you get there and you see there's a knight with his sword out in armor.
Okay.
And Nineveh is basically up against a tree. And he's like to keep out of the length of the blade. And he looks at her and says, "Where is she?"
Oh.
You recognize the person. He looks a little bit older than that now.
Oh no. Oh, I missed his little face.
Yeah.
Okay.
What do you want to do before Elian arrives? Elian's about to arrive. So cinematically, you kind of got like a couple of
Yeah.
comments you
Like-
can make here before.
Darn.
Beatrice?
You're okay. And you remember your name.
He looks
She's
over,
grinning.
like as Elian arrives, his attention sort of turns because has Elian got like a weapon out? Is she prepared for like violence when Elian shows up?
She was just digging a hole, so she might have the shovel.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like she's
try
not got her
and catch
armor
it
on or
later.
anything.
As she charges into the clearing with the
She
shovel.
turns and she looks around. She's like, "What's going on?"
Wait, stop. Okay. Who are you looking for? Darn.
Lady Or. The lady of the land. Queen Savage. I charge.
Eileen looks confused and then looks back at Beatrice. I'm like, is he talking about the old lady?
Darn. She said that someone else was chosen.
What do you mean chosen? And why is it every time something awful happens, one of these ladies is present?
Oh, I don't know. I understand that they always are. My sister's one of them now, though, so I'm more inclined to be a tad bit nicer. Not much, but a tad bit. But darn, she's gone, Padarn.
Where did she
I
go?
can take you to her. Padarn, she's gone.
I think at this point, Olwen, you enter.
Oh. Hi. Does he know?
I'm in the process of telling him right now.
I'm so sorry, Padan. We did our best in the end. We made sure that she didn't suffer. She was in an incredible amount of pain when we got to her. We couldn't save her. Well, and then she'll point at Nineveh. She was able to do something that made her passing far more comfortable, so that she didn't feel it in the end.
I can take you to her if you'd like.
Please. Please do.
You're going to bury her unless you know what her wishes would have been. She told us to tell her to make sure her sons were fine.
You spoke to her.
Yeah.
Briefly, in the end.
Alien, you can sense something very similar about this knight. Not only does he seem to give off or have like armor that's resemblant to yours some capacity, but he also he seems to have that Fey longing in him.
Right.
Though he's at a different stage in it, you see it just fading from him now.
Ah. She wants to show emotional support, but she has no emotions, so.
Understood. I was gonna say you recognize it.
No.
So you end up leading the knight. He has a blue field with like a 3 silver mullet, I believe, on it. Is there the crest?
Oh.
So when you lead him back, where is the body? Because I imagine it's
It's
not
still
yet
in the
been
house.
buried. Yeah.
It's in the house wrapped in covered in a sheet. I was going to work on the wrapping in a sheet later.
How far did Alien get with that hole? She was very focused on it.
Yeah, I think it's like basically was ready, like or very close to, right? And is just a matter of kind of finishing touches to make sure it was not too shallow for the body, that it was a good resting place or lying place. Especially given this is apparently a royal of some sort or someone of importance. Don't want to offend
She
the
was
dead.
aiming
after
for
all.
like 8 feet.
Yeah.
Like,
Yep.
at least faults her.
Yeah.
So at this point, he goes into the shack, and you hear he just kind of yells. Do it, but it would probably drown out the mic and then wouldn't sound good anyways.
Owen holds the kids as close, like, to cover their ears if they let her.
I go to the doorway of the shack.
I'm gonna test something now.
Oh god,
Ellie's just
don't
gonna
go
awkwardly in the
insane
background.
again. Don't go insane, Padarn.
No, he's not going insane.
Like if this man runs back into the forest a second time.
Every time something bad happens to you, like
He starts to march out.
I'm standing at the door.
Yeah. He's looking past you, Beatrice, and he looks like he's gonna bowl you over if you stay in the doorway.
I put my hands up. She's going to try and stop him. She's seen him run once before.
Yeah. Out of my way, Beatrice.
Alien had been.
What are you going to do?
I need to talk with the witch. What did you
If you
do to
remember
her?
correctly, I'm a witch.
Yeah, he tries
So don't
to
use it like that.
I think he's gonna try to push past you in a very like non-chivalric way.
I stand in front of Nineveh.
Okay, so you're
Ooh,
backing
that's
off.
a
You're
shove,
letting him
Beatrice.
try to.
Backing off of him,
You're-
but I'm
yeah.
moving quicker to
Okay.
stand not right in front of her. I'm standing in between the two of them, some distance.
And
like
what was it? What was Alien doing?
The moment he starts being aggressive toward Beatrice, she's going to go kind of insert herself.
Yeah.
She's being unchivalrous, and that's not cool.
Yeah.
I think Owen would sort of raise her voice and be like, "Sir, remember that you are a knight."
He pauses. I think he kind of doesn't. He doesn't draw a weapon. He doesn't.
Okay.
Try to push past Alien. But he looks like
Ellie's
he could
probably
have.
of similar size to him.
Could have.
Not could have physically, more like could have emotionally. Could have certainly drawn a weapon. And he looks to Nineveh and says, "What did she do to her? What is this dark magic? What aged her? Why does she look like this?"
We found her this way when we stumbled upon the
Oh.
cabin. What?
She'll put her hand up and she'll look at Nineveh and wait for Nineveh to answer the question.
Owen will huff.
Yeah, I'm gonna get yelled at for this later, for sure.
Owen, give me. Ooh, let me see something.
Yeah.
What is your
Yeah.
what is your honest score?
My honest
Yeah.
is
I'd imagine
pretty
pretty
good.
high.
It's a third. Yeah, it's a 13.
Okay.
Okay.
Test honest for me. in that case. Okay.
It's a success.
Nineveh, as you guys have learned, has not only a cryptic reputation, but isn't the most liked by Vivian, as you remember. And you remember who Padarn served before all of this.
Yeah.
Yep.
Owen doesn't even really particularly like her that much.
Yeah. And I think Olwen's words at least kind of quell Padarn a little bit. Because Nineveh sure as fuck don't. Because Nineveh says, what happened to her was tragic. It's not my doing. And Padarn like warps back real quick to Nineveh, like, yes, a lot of things aren't your doing. You're just a watcher, right?
I already gave her that same speech moments ago. As much as she's not exactly my favorite person, she didn't do that.
Did she just disappear, Padarn? She was a queen.
He seems confused. He had asked me to take her. Her and her falcon. We were enjoying ourselves. He was. Then. You said something before. You said, I remember who I am. Why did you say that?
She'll take a step towards him. The last time that I saw you, you went by another name. You didn't remember Vivienne or me.
It was Sir Gallant, I think.
Yeah. But you didn't remember any of us, but you seemed happier for it. I didn't want to take that from you. Seeing as the last time I saw you, you were mourning. But you didn't remember any of us. Only the queen and her family, and here. Nothing else.
I think because this is new info for Alien specifically, and Alien has some specific experiences that neither of you have with the other side of Faerie, the Sealy side. Give me a Faerie test. Alien.
As in my passion or as in lore?
Lore.
Am I impassionate?
I don't think in this case, because it's not something you're actively doing. In this case, you're kind of like you're just
Yeah.
going.
I succeeded anyways.
It's not entirely uncommon when the Sealy take, if the Sealy are to take mortal servants or mortal guests, that they obscure things a bit. Sort of like a security measure. To make sure that
It also makes their stay more pleasant. Forget the bad things.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It sure sounds like what's being discussed here could certainly be that sort of thing. But anyways, darn size. This is going to be hard to explain to the king.
Darn. Which king are you referring to?
King Savage.
Yeah. Yeah, this is gonna suck. Should we take her with us?
I need to take Nineveh in custody and hold her.
Darn, I need her.
Why?
Do you say why?
Yeah. He just goes, what?
The Padan.
I'm sorry, Cass sideways glanced Elliot over here because Elliot's been present for the whole situation.
And just silent.
Oh my god, that was beautiful.
She doesn't see how Nineveh is at all involved with this.
What? I mean, it's a fair question, isn't it? We've told you that she had nothing to do with it. And we're going there anyway. Right? She doesn't have to come as your prisoner.
Nineveh looks to you all and says, I'm not going there. Not anymore.
Why not? Did our target suddenly change?
King Savage is vengeful.
So we've just lost
But we
the only
helped.
help we had.
He didn't do anything wrong.
For some people, it doesn't matter.
Doesn't sound very silly of them.
If you love
The ceiling
someone,
doesn't necessarily mean good.
no.
Doesn't it means like there's some sort of order though?
The woman he loved most in the world is dead. And by odd circumstances. And there are 2 witches near her body. He's going to draw conclusions.
As soon as Beatrice says that someone he loved was dead and that he would be taking extreme, like, she immediately flashes back to Gwydion and his father and all of that, and she's like, yeah, you're right, actually, that I wouldn't necessarily put her past.
You don't think this has anything to do with your mother, do you, Beatrice? I'm not sure how necromancy works.
She said someone else was chosen. That doesn't seem like necromancy to me. That seems like Faerie to me. Necromancy isn't about choosing people, it's about bringing back the dead.
Then what dark magic does Bernard sense?
I don't know if Bernard senses dark magic so much as he assumes that.
Ah,
I think at that point, Padarn has had enough. He's vengeful and he's in a bit of a panic state. And he says, she was under my charge and I have to do something about that. I have to bring her back to my king. And he starts to move towards his blade. Like he starts to unsheath his blade.
I get right up in his face. You
I was about to say, Elliot's gonna clock him in the head
listen,
with her fist, like knock it off.
Bernard. You and I have known each other since this whole mess started. My mother's back, and back with a vengeance. She's raising knights from the dead and has an undead army that she's about to march onto our door, along with my father, by the way, who's just as bad. Possessed by an evil sword, I don't know. They kidnapped my sister. She's the only one that can help me get my sister back. Unless I give myself to them, which doesn't seem like a fun deal to me. You cannot take her. Not for me. I need her.
Olwen, give me an intrigue test here. Okay.
It's a success.
I think you can tell by his posture and by the whole situation. Like, there's no doubt that Beatrice is... I mean, Beatrice, I think, is famously honest, or... No, not quite. Very, very close to famously
I'm
honest.
very close. Here,
Yeah.
wait. I'm gonna look at it.
I think...
Uh,
and then he already believed Olwen before, right? So there's, like... But there's still
yeah,
this...
I have 15 honesty.
I think there's this moment, I think Olwen gets a glance, knowing Padarn maybe better than anyone in a way. Or just being good at intrigue too. You know he's in his mental state, he believes he has no choice. He believes he has to bring Nineveh back, and he's about to act on it regardless of these. This is about to turn hostile. What do you want to do in this moment before it does?
He's going to turn to Nineveh and say, "We're going, but not violently. We have a mission to do."
Wait, who are you saying this to?
Nineveh. Saying, like, you're not going to be able to outrun him unless you fully teleport us.
Okay.
He's going to chase you to the end of the earth.
She
World.
nods. And with that, I need to know, like, this is all kind of happening at once. Padarn is going to start moving to draw his sword. What is Elian doing? What is Beatrice doing?
Elian's gonna use her shovel like it's sword.
I'm in his face right now. Like, I'm right in front of his face. So I'm gonna go.
You pushed past Elian?
Oh yeah, she got up in his face. Like,
I figure it's one of those things where, you know, it's pretty hard to bounce, right? It's pretty hard to cover off an entire, like, I think Beatrice ends up having to go around Elian to do so, but then Elian's like there, and then Beatrice is moved up close, but you know, close enough.
Yeah.
To be in threat.
Can I get ready to cast something and not cast it yet?
I'm gonna try and hit him in the head with my shovel.
Okay.
Just want to knock him out, maybe. Please just chill.
Yeah. I think. Okay, I think he's going to try and basically disarm Elian, like try and break her weapon with a cut to the actual like the handle side of the spade. Yeah. Let's. But in general, he's just taking a swing. He's not intending to kill. So if he doesn't get like a crit on it, it's not gonna hit the shovel. It's probably gonna hit Elian, but it's gonna be like a pulled wound. He's not looking to kill Elian or anything with a sword. So let's start with that. You want to impassion yourself, Elian, in this moment?
I would. I do. I'd like to do Fae, but I think Honor could also work.
Depends on what you want to pull here. These always have repercussions. Let me know.
And let's try. Okay, let's just try 5.
Okay. Go ahead and make your sword attack. The only condition I'm going to apply to this, you're wielding it like a sword. So it's going to be like equivalent of like a wooden sword rules. So it's like if it hits, it's not going to do as much damage. If you tie him, it will break. It's not an actual sword. But yeah, you get a +5 to the roll. It's enough though. I think you managed to. Were you intending to actually hit him?
I'd like to hit him in the head, preferably.
Just give me
knock some sense into him.
Yeah, just give me like 4
back in the head.
What's your strength actually? Just click your damage roll, and we'll subtract the rightmost dice from this roll. Your good roll. You do manage to kind of like hit, and then he moves. He doesn't have his shield in his hand, so it does hit him, and it hits him like on the shoulder, and he kind of like reels a bit. But he's got armor, so it doesn't hit him too hard.
Yeah.
He that was his action though, trying to hit you in turn. So he's not going to get to her this immediate go.
Yeah, she's like, knock it off.
Beatrice, what are you doing in this moment?
I'm ready to cast the spell, but I'm not casting it until I am sure I have to use it. So like she's basically taken a few steps back because I don't want to be right next to them while they're doing this.
Yeah.
So take a few steps back. I'm ready to cast if I need to. Not necessarily casting now.
Okay.
Yeah, and Olwen was saying that to Nineveh while like kind of grabbing her arm and pushing her behind.
Okay. So Olwen's pushing kind of Nineveh out of the way, and anything else other than protecting her or stepping back?
It's just that thing that I had said that Kadarn's not gonna take no for an answer, that we're either gonna go with or she has to
Are you trying to
leave.
enforce Nineveh to get the hell out of here right now? Is that what you're doing?
No, ideally she wants her to
Yeah, she's not
go
trying to.
because
Nineveh is not trying to fight Padarn. This is one-sided.
right.
Yeah.
Right. But
So
Olwen is trying to. Yeah.
she'll end up behind you and guarded if that's your intention. I just need to know if you're
That is my
intending more.
intention. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. That brings us back to Elian and Padarn again. But first, let's see if he has a moment.
Of
Yep,
clarity.
he sure does. Madness.
No.
Good times.
No.
God dang it, Pedard, every time.
Dummy. You dummy.
What is this man?
Dummy.
Why does he do this?
Yeah.
What happens when men break up?
I think he's gonna try to actually kill Elian this round.
Uh,
If I see him taking that swing, I let my spell loose.
Okay. Which is protect.
Protect on Alien.
Okay.
We're kind of in Faerie? We're in the head. No.
You
Yeah.
can get a bonus. The life force is bigger in Savage for sure.
Okay. I was like, I don't know. We're kind of there and kind of not.
But it's not the free use that you get when you're in.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
unfortunate. Unfortunate. All right.
Okay. So,
I was trying to impassion myself. I forgot to state that.
of course.
So I'm assuming we're whacking at each other again.
Yeah, 100%. So actually, you didn't have to re-impassion. You get to keep that because it's one scene. So.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Forgot about that.
Ooh, nice. You get another. Go ahead
What's
and give me
the-
that 4d6 again. Or quick damage. Much better, and you're only losing 3 out of that. So.
I
Oh,
rolled two
hell, who
sixes
do
for
I
my first
cast
two.
Protect on?
Elaine's not trying to kill Ellen. She does only have a wooden shovel.
She does. Yeah, never mind. Alien's hitting him with a shovel.
He's not in danger. Elaine's just whacking him with a shovel.
So the good news is, before that, he actually does have to make a test, and now he is suffering that. Is it -5 or -10? Madness.
I think it's 10.
Can I dispel madness? I know that's a weird question.
I think it was -5 for melancholy because I had that for a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Madness. Humble. I think you just become. Okay, it's more like a -10, and this is an NPC, so it's kind of
Yeah.
it's like a little off. Yeah, it's just a -5 now for madness. It's like you go into melancholy after you go crazy. So he's
Mm-hmm.
because you can pull someone out of madness. I'm not sure it's gonna help you much here. I will say that, like in the sense of he was already being violent
He's already
before
pretty, yeah.
madness. So you could pull him out, but that just might make him more like attuned with himself at the moment. Anyways, let me do this. 17 plus- And then, oh, I rolled a 17. Okay.
No, 17 was the damage, right?
Okay.
And 20 was the damage.
20 minus 3 is
Yep,
There were
minus
three.
minus 3.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then oh, sorry, I did that wrong. It would have been a 9. It should have been 9 versus 10. So he succeeds. He
Protects.
reels, but he doesn't fall over. From Alien, like he was facing knockdown there. And he's gonna keep coming.
Has he swung?
He swung at Alien, but like effectively failed the contest against her. You can use protect in such a way like it will last for this engagement if you wish, or you can.
I think she's waiting to see how deadly this turns.
Okay.
Like the minute she sees someone strike with actual intent to.
I mean, Padarn is intending to kill Alien.
Oh, dang it. Yeah,
You don't have to.
I think she's gonna wait and see. Like if he keeps coming, she's gonna do it.
Okay.
Which I know out of character he entirely is, but I think she's
Okay.
hoping a little more than.
Anything from Owen this round?
Yeah, Owen's just gonna try and shout like, "Don't stand down. We don't want to hurt you. Come quietly."
I'm sorry, out of character. I'm laughing like Owen's the one hitting me with the stick.
All right. I think we got another round here. This time he has less score because he is in like the melancholic state for his rolls. So go ahead and give us your attack roll, Ellie. Oh no. Okay.
Oh, buddy.
I was gonna say
So he's gonna crit here.
he crit.
He crit.
He
You
crit.
want to use your protection?
Yeah, the
Okay.
minute he swings.
Okay.
What bonus do I get for Savage?
It's gonna be significant. We'll give it because you're actually in Savage proper. Give us a +10. Okay. That will do something. That will do something. It won't do quite what you want it to do without the crit. So we're gonna see what that looks like here. Alien is armored, right?
No.
No.
When did you take
No.
off your armor?
Why?
Because she was
not?
digging a hole.
Because you digging a hole. Oh no. That one grave has cost us so much.
Did you pick up a shield?
You just came with a shovel.
No, I just came with a shovel.
Okay.
Are you kidding?
Buddy.
You're fighting with a shovel.
We're gonna see what happens here.
She wasn't.
What are your hit points?
28.
Okay. So don't panic yet because we haven't factored in the magical armor. You're gonna be in bad shape. This is what we know. Okay. Now there's some worry. Let's see. We got to get to the point. This is going to be close. 41. You got a success on protect. Let me just check for protect magic. It's going to be damn close. I just need to check one thing in the old book. Actually, while we're doing that, I think now's a good time for break one. What needs, and then we'll be back pretty shortly.
Suspense.
Yeah. See you soon.
Rev.
Maybe it's my backup character, unrelated.
Yeah. Let's hope not. We'll see. We'll be back very soon.
Guards! Knights! Squires! Prepare for battle! 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 Guards! Knights!
There's 33 people watching right now.
We're back,
Prepare
and
for battle!
we got raided, and we were on a very brief
Hi.
break. Welcome. Thanks. Shout out to Insomnia Night.
Knights!
Oop.
Was that, or who was it? Was it
It's the Liching Hour.
Liching
actually.
Hour? Wonderful to see you.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
Hi.
Insomniac, I just happens to be hanging out.
And asked if we were leaving soon. So I thought
Oh
I just
Yeah.
put two and two together.
God.
One sec.
Watch us get really
I'm
stressed.
gonna start
over
writing a
this
concept for my next
combat.
character.
Nicole, please. Oh no.
All right, so
Let's
we
hope
are
magic
facing the
armor's great.
potential of a character death. Let's see where this goes.
Oh,
yes,
Lord.
very
Pendragon,
exciting.
mostly Pendragon 5.2 is the smattering of Pendragon 6 and 4.
Guards! Knights!
Hey, thanks everyone. We hit. We were stuck at
For battle!
that 190 range of followers for a long time. We just hit 200. It's wonderful to have you all here.
Thank you so much.
Yay, thank you.
Knights!
All right.
Squires!
We're right in the middle of things. We just had a NPC go mad in madness, turned from just fighting one of the player knights to trying to kill them. They critted on the attack. The player knight, Sir Alien, was just burying somebody at the moment, so has a spade for a sword,
Sounds great.
no shield,
No
Yeah.
shield, no armor.
no shield, and
No
no
armor.
luckily, we do have a resident witch / enchantress in the party, Beatrice, who is really renowned with protect. However, protect did not crit. However,
It
you are
didn't.
very close to Faerie right now, and that's going to affect the magic.
Thank you.
So we're gonna go ahead and give the equivalent of what would be, because you're in Faerie, it'll be like a blessing, like it were magical armor in and of itself. So it's still gonna be damn close, even with that. So it might
So
still.
you might be burying Elliot in the grave she just dug.
I was just thinking that same thing. Like, damn, she just literally dug her own grave.
13 damage reduction. What was your total?
Isn't it
health?
28?
My total was 28.
Okay.
Oh my god.
So you
Oh
are
my
dying
God.
right now, Elian.
What else? Cast? What else could I reasonably cast?
This would be
Owen-
like the most important thing you could pull off here is first aid in this, but also
Yeah,
you have
I was
a
gonna say-
madman in front of you at the moment.
I don't think Olwen cares. She's got Valorous 17. She's just gonna like let go of Nineveh and rush forward and say, Serpedon, you are attacking someone with a shovel and no armor. This is unkind. And then do first aid on her.
Okay.
I yell for Cado again, and I have a question.
Okay.
Could I reasonably turn a spell that is not necessary? I don't have any spells that are offensive.
Yeah. Remember, a lot of this casting, so you're getting away with it because you're on the edge of Faerie, but a lot of these
I know.
magics have a need
They have
to
a
sort of
cost.
like prepare, right? A lot of the
Oh
time,
god.
right? So you're effectively with like if you think about like the kinds of things Merlin does to like prepare for something great. Now, what you're doing is not as significant as far as like you're just protecting, you're healing. You're not like
Yeah,
turning
I'm
him
not
into
doing
look
anything.
like someone else, like the king or something.
Yeah.
Right? What are you thinking?
I have a decent repertoire of spells. None of them are offensive,
No.
except maybe Dispel, which arguably isn't.
Okay.
What is the likelihood of me being able to make one offensive?
If you don't have a talent in it, you'd be
No.
going pretty much no. I would say no.
No. Okay.
What do you have for magic talents though? Do you have emotion? Do you have
I have Dispel, Divination, Glamour, Healing, Sacred Space, Summon Fairy Creature, Protect, Necromancy, Banish Fairy.
you could healing obviously would be a potential thing after the first aid. Couldn't
Also
hurt.
Control Fairy Creature.
He's not fair. He's not fair.
Ah.
Yeah.
You could
I was like, has
Could
he
you
been there
summon
long enough?
one
Fairy
to
in
help
him?
you?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. That answers
Anyway,
that
yeah.
question. I yell for Cadogan, and I go to help Allian, and I'm gonna cat. Can I try and cast healing, or like however long it takes to start casting that?
Yeah. I think you would probably trust in Olwen's first aid first, which
Great.
didn't
Owen fails.
didn't
Oh, no.
Owen fails
I
her
said that
first,
before I looked
first
over.
aid. So
That's great.
Yep, I'm
So
gonna
she's-
passion while we're doing that.
so Owen rushes over and just like has no idea. It's just this gaping wound, and she's trying to find like the entrance or like where she can stop the bleeding. It's just got like blood all over her hands, and she's panicking. She's like, Nineveh, someone
What?
help me! I can't find it. I can't help her.
I am next to you, and I'm going to. Do I still get a +10 for Savage?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Turns out being on the hedge of Faerie really works for me.
It's goodness gracious, it is so helpful. Success.
Okay.
Not a great success, but it's a
Yeah,
success.
that'll do the equivalent of 1d3, which will pull Elian back to the
Want me to roll a D3?
Or sorry, yeah, alive but not conscious is where Elian will.
Oh, I can't roll a D3. The smallest I can roll is a D4.
Just do a d6 and then cut it. Roll a d6. So 3.
Hey.
Yep. So Elian, you now have 3 health. But I think what is your unconscious score on your sheet? I think next to your con, if I remember. Should say the word unconscious, like next to one of your traits on your sheet. Or conscious.
Yeah. Oh, there it is. 7.
7, okay. So you are 3 towards 7. You need to get 4 more back, 4 more health back to
Mhm.
do so.
Regain consciousness.
Yeah. Now, you are alive though, and you're actually, save for, you will need surgery because you definitely took a major wound with that. It was 1 wound that delivered all that damage. So that is a follow-up, but you're mostly out of the woods. Not literally, you're still in Savage, but you're mostly out of the panic state. I'm gonna test something for Nineveh, see what she does here. I'm gonna test against her. I'm gonna test selfish.
If she leaves us here,
Right.
I'm going to.
This is gonna
commit
absolutely
crimes.
solidify Owen's opinion of her if she leaves.
Versus Valorous. Okay. And this isn't trying to take anything away from you guys, but I know also, like, I think, so first off, let's see Cadrigan versus Padarn.
Darn. How's that going? We're over here panicking.
Cadrigan's on the left side. Cadrigan crits him. I didn't expect that. Okay.
I'm so glad we saved Cadwigan.
Oh, he gets him pretty good, but Padarn is in armor, and he did still succeed. So what that means is he's hurt now. He's very hurt. He's like on a knee, and I think Nineveh is gonna come up, and she has some kind of like dust in her hand, and she blows it in his face, and he falls over, like faints immediately. She looked like she was gonna do that anyways, just for his.
He's still breathing.
Yes. Well.
Okay.
Yeah, he is, but I'm not sure.
Okay, I was like, if she just walked up and
100%.
killed him.
No, yeah, that's Owen literally said, "Did you just kill him?"
He'll live as long as his wounds are attended to.
Oh.
And it buys us time.
I'm going to try and do first aid on top of doing every spell I have.
Yeah. I'm gonna try
First aid
and...
this.
Can I try and do surgery on Elian right now, or?
You will have to move. You can. You need to move Ellie into the shack. Like, it's gonna be a little bit longer of an effort.
Move her to the shack. I've done what I can.
Yeah, I'll have Cadogan help me move Ellie into the shack. And then once that is done, I will do a surgery roll. Come on. Come on.
I'm going to get Padarn.
Anyone gonna tend to Padarn's wounds? He will.
I am.
Yeah.
You focus on Elian, because you're already doing surgery.
Yeah.
I'll do first aid on Padarn. I
So
roll first
bad.
aid for Elian.
Your rolls hate you right now.
Why does this keep happening? We can't heal.
Like I thought about impassioning myself, but I'm like, I don't want to go crazy.
Run
Oh,
off
I
into the
just
woods.
impassioned right before this. Can I keep that?
You would.
Is that
Yeah.
over?
Just a reminder. The impassion's for the whole scene, unless it's like a feast or.
So I would have
like
gotten a
battle.
plus
Yeah.
what, 5?
+5.
5.
Not enough.
That still wouldn't have saved my other. That wouldn't have saved my roll for Elian. I'm rolling for Padarn right now.
Okay. Yep.
Why are we so bad at this? We're so bad at
Yeah,
this.
these rolls are awful. I guess it's the heightened stress, right? At the moment.
Oh
That's how
my
I
god!
would
Yeah,
describe it.
No, it's because
that's
y'all
the-
told me I was gonna fumble earlier.
Imagine doing like
Uh,
surgery in a shack. Like
Oh
Yeah.
my god!
they have none of what you would need to do a good job here. You aren't set up with you aren't even at a battlefield medic level. You don't carry all that stuff inherently.
Can I?
And Owen is
tie
only
up
like
Padarn?
passingly familiar with like that sort of thing too.
Well, they're doing that, I'm going to take Padarn's sword and any other weapons he has on him. I might honestly take his armor off, and I'm gonna tie him up.
Okay.
Just
Yep.
while they're tending to Elliot,
Yes.
this is my.
I mean, you need to
move.
take his armor off to heal him anyways.
Yeah, exactly. Armor's off. This man is getting tied up. All of his weapons are gone.
100%. Okay, so this is a little bit chaotic. You
It
know
is.
who doesn't give a shit about Padarn at the moment is Nineveh. So Nineveh is probably with Olin, and probably feeling a bit responsible for Elliot's
Guilty, I hope.
situation. Yeah. Not necessarily guilty. She's not that great. But she's probably feeling responsible, owning responsibility. So I think Nineveh, what she'll have is she'll have some better gear for Olwen. Now, Olwen, you remember the rumors that Nineveh actually is the reason why Maddox survived Cornwall, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she keeps that information that she's the reason that Maddox survived, and yet she somehow couldn't save Gwynedd in the back of her mind at all times.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay, so I'm gonna give you another shot at surgery here because of the changing situation. It will still be
Come on,
flat 'cause
Rebecca.
it's gonna no bonus because there would be a penalty of -5 for trying again,
Okay.
and then a +5 from Nineveh. Yes. Cancels out effectively.
If this is the 19, we have to reset the game. It's like we rolled
Right.
way too many
This is like
19s
load
for one
save
night.
state. Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, that's it's
Come
glitch.
save. F5, F5,
Reload.
F5. God.
Man, that worked out. Those
Really-
numbers worked out. Like, if you're in the negatives, Zillion, this would not be a good spot.
You have 3
It's-
hit
He
points.
said 28. I was like, I have 20.
It's pretty hard to survive
Nine.
past -3. Basically.
Why?
Okay.
It's the same roll, too.
Yeah. I'm gonna say Nineveh has
Uh.
the stuff, but she is weak. Like, this isn't the first magic she's used on the trip so far.
Yeah. And I think Olwen is like legitimately getting frustrated and failing and like seeing her like over this and being like, try with this. And Olwen just kind of closes her eyes like, Nineveh, if you want to be useful, go and look after the children for me, please. Let me
Okay.
tend to my charge.
We're gonna do one more thing, but I'm gonna because I always favor things being interesting, and this is worked out to a very interesting development that I didn't foresee a madness roll. So I have bad luck with that with
Or Ellie being
NPCs.
stupid and being completely unprepared.
Yeah, completely unarmored. Yeah, that worked out. But it's fair, and I give you props for not trying to change that. So, but we'll go back to what's happening with Beatrice. You're tying Padarn up.
Yeah, I'm trying to tend to his wounds, but not very effectively. So essentially, it's just like wrapping stuff around them. I don't know.
I'm gonna give you another first aid roll. It's gonna be at a -5.
Yeah.
Olwen, you're
I
gonna
don't
get a
think
final
it's gonna
surgery
go
roll
very
at
well.
-5. And if these aren't successful, something will happen.
Failure.
Bear failure.
Okay. Okay. You're going to have
I
to
take 6 damage. I'm kidding.
Nope, nothing like that. It's more that you will take damage being transferred effectively. You're going, like, you aren't stabilized. You're stabilized from a battlefield perspective. You're not stabilized from the surgery you need. You will start to deteriorate. Your health will start to decline as you travel. So you desperately need surgery. And we're gonna say that with a third failure from Olwen, it's just beyond. I mean, you got a 12 in it, right? It's something that you need like someone really skilled in this to do it. You need some help or a change in situation of some sort. For Padarn, I'll pitch this by you and see what you think. But I think there might be an assumption that Padarn is okay and he's not. And so
Yeah,
this
I didn't
might-
think it didn't sound like Padarn was as in the woods as Elliot is.
Yeah, so Padarn was unconscious, but not due to the magic. So he's going to have a chance. We'll kind of leave that. That'll be off the table. But I think for the purposes of Beatrice, you're like, he'll survive. You know? And then we'll see what happens after the fact narratively. Since he's someone that's not going to accompany you. Right?
I'm not gonna leave him tied up in a shack. I'm not gonna front.
Are you going to force him to come with you? Well, we'll see. We'll see.
I think I'll ask him when he wakes up.
Yeah. We'll cut over back to Olwen. Obviously, this isn't going well, and
I think,
suck that the dice are hating us so much tonight. But
yeah. I think Owen is frustrated. She, like, puts her hands down and, like, probably not thinking, just rubs her eyes and, probably, like, gets blood all over her face. She's not paying attention. She will go up to Nineveh. Need a way to transport the alien safely. Potentially Padan as well. I don't know.
he can't.
But we can't leave him here.
You saw him though.
He's was our friend. He was very important to a dear friend of mine at one point, too. I can forgive him. It wasn't great of him to do.
He won't stop.
He's been through some.
He won't stop until he takes me. That was. You saw it in his eyes.
Yes, I did.
And you know what happened with him and Vivi.
I was there. Saw it happen. You can take.
You see a look, something you. It's not your first time seeing it in her. There's that look of suspicion, and you kind of realize that it's a look she doesn't. You don't see her give this to Beatrice. But you've seen her around other nobles before.
Speak your mind, Nineveh.
I'm here to get back Nimue. That's it.
Right. I understand that. And I'm not saying that we should just go because if Savage is no longer a viable option for us, then what's the plan? Where are we going? What's our next lead for Nineveh? Or for Nimue? And also, Alien's dying. You can't just leave her here.
You're right. I agree that we need to find a way to help Sir Elian. I don't like bringing him along. As for finding Meg, you hear like a cleared throat from Kedig, boy. Is the two of them kind of they've been hovering around Olwen this whole time, hovering behind Olwen this whole time, right?
She'll straighten. Like, oh shit.
She forgot she has blood on her face.
Did you just say Meg? The witch?
Yes. And then she'll turn around and kind of like and do the thing where she kneels down. Do you know who that is and where we can find her?
I think Dinwin knows more. There's an maybe it's another Meg. He sounds like uncertain.
I'm certain you're very smart and talented. And if you know of one Meg who's a witch, the odds of it being someone else very slim. I'd be willing to take the chance, since you took a chance with us.
It's just they say there's been a lady, Meg. She used to live with us. At least that's what my dad used to tell me. Like in our town, as part of us, part of our village. She's gone. And then Dinwin kind of pops her head in a little bit. Mad. And Kedig kind of turns back to his sister and nods.
Seems like that's going around a bit.
It's why we were looking for help, you see. We need... She's doing awful things to the people. She's ruining the land around. Her presence is awful. And who knows what she does in that cave.
Then I suppose we're taking you home. And helping you
Told
out
you,
with
it's
your
always the case.
situation.
Says Elian, waking up for a second and passing
Mm-hmm.
back.
Just Alien in your head going, I told you, it's always a cave.
Okay, so we'll cut back over maybe to Beatrice for a second just to figure out what's being done outside.
I'm not a whole lot because she's hit a point that she can't heal him any. He's tied up. His armor is neatly put. His swords are hidden around the side of the house. And she's just sitting next to him, waiting for him to wake up.
Okay.
That's it. So they
That's-
just tied him up and is sitting next to him.
That's very fair. So, why don't we bring you all back together? Because he does not wake up at that time.
Cool. Yeah.
We'll Olwen, Beatrice. I guess Elian's not awake enough yet. Figure out what's gonna happen there. Sorry, Nicole.
I did it to myself.
So the
Yeah, I
state
know.
of the
Like,
matter.
when he was screaming in the shack, he could have grabbed his shield. But I didn't say I did that, so I didn't do that.
That's fair. Yeah. That's fair. And there was no, like, yeah. Anyways, so I totally agree. I think that's the fairest way to play this. Owen, Beatrice, you know kind of the general state, just to cover the details quickly. I think you know each other's respective states that aren't as tied up. Is surviving for now. I think we know that Elian is in need of surgery, but is also alive for now.
Yeah.
And I think the plan was to kind of escort them both and they're both effectively dead weight right now.
Yeah.
So
How long is it to where these children are from?
you remember the last time they kind of conversed about it? It was days away.
Days.
Yeah.
I don't think Alien has days.
On top of that, you also know, like, from the general descriptions Nineveh said previously, is that you'd be passing through, like, the Castle Savage. Castle Savage. So you'll have to find an alternate route, unless you want to do that.
What is the next closest now?
Maybe that's the conversation, just to figure out
Yeah.
a way around.
Unless you want to try and ransom Padarn.
All right.
So,
Owen,
yeah, go ahead.
Yes, Beatrice.
closest town. Do you know what it is? Because right now we're standing to go, like we're going through the Castle Savage, which we don't want to do.
Right. That's unfortunate. Oh,
Or we could
Maybe
go
we could-
around.
I mean, Nineveh did sort of mention the fact that we could potentially teleport or something.
Nineveh, how much energy do you have left in you? If I aid you, do you have enough?
I think she's dissociating right now.
No, I heard all that. So I've established. Remind me, guys. Quick out of character. She's only used thus far sleep, right?
Yeah, she's only used putting Padarn to sleep. That's the only thing she's done.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So we told her not to use the teleport prior to
Unless, yeah, we kind of didn't fully go, like it kind of got cut off, but unless there was like magic to the potion thing, I'm not exactly sure how it
Oh no,
worked
she
when
was
she
able to do
aided
that through like more like an alchemy kind of thing.
ritual. Got you. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so yeah.
Effectively
sleep.
similar to what the green can do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I think she says at this rate it might be our best bet.
I don't think there's a way to avoid it. Do you need me to give you power? I don't have
She's
a lot
gonna
left.
look you
but
over. What have you've
I've
remind me out
used
of character.
2.
Yeah.
I've used 2. I've used heal and I've used heal successfully and protect successfully.
Okay. She is
So this
not
can be a rough one.
the most like honorable person in the world, so as we've established, so let's just see what her response is gonna be.
And if you use me for power and you don't need me to, I'm already going to be asleep for like a month and a half at this rate. Or I think I've hit a month because it's 2 weeks, I believe. At least for protect, it's 2 weeks. I don't know what the score of 11 what heal would be.
if she doesn't crit selfish, I'll say that.
Olwood will stand up too and say, I might not be able to do much. I don't know if I'll even be able to give you what you need, but I might be able to do something. I've assisted Beatrice before.
That's
Okay.
true.
So I said selfish, which
Yes.
probably
Mhm.
should have tested generous, but that's okay. So the fumble on selfish is actually a good thing for you guys. That means that she's the opposite of selfish at the moment. So she's going to say, no, I can do this one on my own.
Can you do this many people?
I can.
Okay.
I won't be much good once we're there.
Neither will I for very long, so
We'll
we're
have to
gonna
do
have
the best
figure
we
something
can.
out.
with the tools at our disposal.
Can someone be in charge of grabbing Elian's armor, Elian's swords, Darn's armor, Darn's swords, because frankly it's heavy. And I need
It's
That would be on
Darn.
my horse.
Oh, sweet. Fantastic. Throw
It
Padarn
is
on a horse.
I think
Yeah, but
Cadogan
can
already
you
did that.
do horses as well?
Did you guys forget we had horses?
Yep.
No, I was just asking if she could do horses
Yeah.
as well, like if that was part of the equation.
Well, you've traveled with.
Yeah.
Her
I mean,
before,
I meant
right?
right now in her
Was it-
current
I don't think we've
state,
ever
like,
teleported with Nineveh before.
Was it Vivian you went
We-
with? You went by the.
I
the
think we
lake,
did.
remember?
We did Nineveh
Or-
with the with
Gorlo.
Nineveh when we did
Oh.
Gorlo. Yeah.
Yeah, that would have been Nineveh. Yeah. Okay,
when
cool.
you snuck
Yeah.
Gorlo out of London.
All right, cool. So yeah, I'll start gathering things to move.
Yeah. Owen will enlist the children's help.
I'll help Nineveh
with
set up the
gathering as
ritual.
well.
It's less of a teleport, and it's more like you walk forward all at once, just for cinematic purposes, in the direction with her leading, and then it's like you walk through what seems to be, just a small set of trees, and like when you get to the other side of the mist is like forming when you're doing that, and then when you get through the mist, just to check in, did we talk about where we're going? Are we going right into the village? Is that the intention?
I think we're going right into the village in the
Into
hopes
Ned's
that
village.
someone can help us heal Elian before we tackle Insane Witch.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So we're going straight to a healer.
Okay, so it's one of those things. It's like you end up walking through about 100 feet of thick, dense forest. That wasn't thick as you entered the fog, but then gets real thick. And then when you enter when you come out the other side, it's like the village is like 50 feet in front of you, and all of you are together. Padarn probably carried by
Thrown over the back of a horse.
thrown over the back of a horse, and same with
Mhm.
Elian, probably more safely carried, maybe propped up on something.
Yeah, Padarn's kind of thrown on there like a sack of potatoes. We're just
Yeah.
like,
It's like prisoner tied on the horse.
yep, basically.
So the village itself is quite small, and you can see off in the distance like small rocky hillside. You also see the edge of what looks like a pretty small body of water. It's still like maybe at the edge where the town is, it's maybe like 30 feet across.
All right.
healer
Dimwin,
first.
where should we go? Can you lead us towards healer?
Oh, yeah, of course.
Thank you, love.
I'm gonna give him a name. Old Man Kadan. He'll help us.
Old man Kadan.
I like the sound of that. That was good.
That was a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bragger, bruised and battered everybody.
Okay. And
Owen
then
will turn to the children and be like, "You've been a wonderful help. You feel free to head towards your now."
no, we should probably introduce you.
We'd love that very much. Thank you.
I'm gonna check something here. So even odd kind of format. Okay. As you get to this man, it's very clear that he is like a druid of some sort.
A druid.
Probably not. That doesn't always mean like someone capable of
Which?
doing the things the Merlin does, right? A lot of them aren't anywhere close to as powerful as Beatrice, or you know what I mean. But it does mean they're typically wise in ways of things like healing, etc., and obviously the religious practices of
Exactly.
the pagan.
Pagan man
Yeah.
might be able to help.
Okay. Oh, I get why you're taking notes now. Okay.
Yeah.
So, as you approach, the old man is out. He's actually inscribing something on the bark of a tree, like Ogham, basically. So, Beatrice, you can actually read Ogham, right? This might be the one time.
I think I might
you
be
get
able
to-
to read that.
only-
Wait
yeah.
a minute.
Yeah.
What is my read? I know it's real low, but I'm pretty sure Ogham's the only option. Yeah. I mean, I could roll it. I don't think I'm gonna get it.
Latin was ear. Huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just old man Cadden was here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't think that would work. I have a 4.
Okay.
But if you had succeeded, you can mark it up. So
Well, when you have the skill, you're capable of it. Sometimes making sense of it entirely is the difficult thing. As he kind of finishes writing, though, I think for Olwen and Beatrice, without testing, it's like you see there's something magical going on there. And maybe I'll get you to test sight to see if you can tell what magical is going on there. Something.
May this village be safe from tigers.
Hey, success. After how long?
Failed.
I mean, it makes sense. Olwen can't tell what it says. I think Beatrice being able to read a bit of it, but you can tell Olwen still that this is certainly something magical in nature. For Beatrice, this was divination. You see his eyes kind of like come back from almost like a clear white. They're like rolled into the back of his head as he kind of turns to address you now. So you see what looks like potentially some sort of prop. You'd have to like study it because a lot of it's like it's not like meant to be interpreted by you. It's meant to be interpreted by him. So there's names and things there that or descriptions there that don't quite fit perfectly. That you could figure it out, but you need more than a couple of seconds of glancing at it to understand what this was. And he turns and he doesn't have a big warm smile. He kind of has the opposite grunts. Unexpected visitors. And he looks over to Kedig and Dinlin and says, you must be... And he kind of looks around for knights and sees one tied up, one
One's
wounded.
tied up, one's unconscious.
And then looks at
Bleeding
Cadwigan,
profusely.
Cadwigan doesn't dress up well as a knight. He just doesn't.
No.
Yeah. So he's like, the knights we asked for, right?
Well, not exactly.
funny story.
We're in need of some aid.
Ran into a bit of trouble on the road.
Right. He looks. Are they both friend or are they captive?
One is a friend and one was
a friend and a captive?
But I'm not sort of certain. We'll
He's
deal
gone
with that
mad.
one when he wakes up.
He's gone mad. So we're keeping him tied up for the time being, but I would also like his wounds seen too. If possible.
He's looking him over and he's just kind of studying the shield.
Do you know that crest?
Looks familiar, but no.
It's the forge, I'm pretty sure.
As you go to do that, I think let's see how quick Nineveh is Does she have
I
intrigue?
would also like to stop her.
Okay.
Please.
Go ahead.
Please, I beg you.
Yeah, if you were gonna do it, well, make an intrigue roll. Since you didn't say it up front, I think you have to
All right.
intrigue quick enough.
I just widened my eyes. That was about it.
I'm unconscious, so I couldn't do
Intrigue.
anything about it.
Don't worry.
An
that won't be
unconscious
for
hand
long.
just slaps over Owen's
Yeah,
mouth.
we're not gonna make you.
I mean, we
bark
did
through
say
that.
that that he was a friend.
Yeah.
I just don't know if we're saying where they're from is the problem.
Okay, what do you? So you said who was a friend and who was not, or did you say they
We
both?
said that.
Elian was a friend,
Okay.
and that Padarn
Was a
was
friend
that we
and
wanted
also
like to
a
think of him
captain.
as a friend, but where he is when he wakes up will be like,
We
because he
essentially
went
said,
mad.
yeah, he went mad. And so we have him tied up.
Gotcha.
That he was a friend.
So when Owen goes,
So it was like that
Oh.
one friend. That one, yes.
That one?
I think.
Oh,
I think. Well, I think Beatrice, you're highly suspicious, and you tend to do things in a more, I guess, not secretive nature because you're pretty bluntly honest, but you're
Yep.
also very worried. So I'll leave it to you, but you have a moment to recognize that
how far is Owen
maybe
from me?
telling him that,
Probably not
that
very
this
far
is a
at all.
captive knight of the King of Savage while you're still in the forest could
Yeah,
be
I
seen
was gonna
poorly.
say
You don't know.
never said he was a captive.
I'm sorry for this.
Well, he's
She's
either a
boy?
friend or he's
Yeah.
and he's also tied up, I believe.
Mhm.
Owen, when Owen says I think he's from, and
Oh,
then
that one. I think he's from.
Beatrice is going to grab the back of Owen's hair and pull him down.
Ah, you savage!
Does that change or
Sorry.
divert things? You know what? I think he, unless Olwen, like I never want to trample over.
I didn't mean like
player.
pull to the ground. I
Yeah,
mean
yeah.
like just like
Yeah.
hug like.
I think he'll move on because he didn't recognize it
Mhm.
fully. At that point.
Yeah,
so
no,
he's-
she's distracted enough. She's
Yeah.
easily distracted.
Says, all right, well, I suppose your friend is the priority. He looks over the other one, though, and he says, he will die, though, if his wounds are not tended to.
I would like his wounds tended to.
So at that point, we'll ready the surgery, because that's a little bit more important. Olwen, did you want to oversee Padarn's wounds? I guess you could technically.
Yes.
You could
Yeah.
first aid attempt. I don't think you've tried on Padarn yet.
I think she's gonna try to impassion with her honor.
Okay.
That's a success.
There's very low odds that goes really bad for you when it's under a 60.
Yeah.
By the way.
Yeah. Nice. And success for first aid.
Okay.
The first success in first aid we've had this entire game.
If you might as well tick it because we actually succeeded at it.
Because that took so long.
Right.
I
let's
know.
See how this druid does in surgery.
Oh no.
He's okay. So, it'll go on for a while, and then I gotta see what day of the week for. Okay. This is that weird game where you heal your healing rate back on Sunday. So, Elian, you go up another point. You are told after surgery, Elian will need rest, and by that, it's not like more than a day before she's conscious again.
Padarn's turn.
Darn's turn.
Padarn did get critted, didn't he?
Yeah, by
Good
Cadwigan.
armor.
Okay. So I suppose. Actually, did you want to perform surgery on him, Owen? Or leave it to the.
Yeah, I can help
Yeah.
for sure.
Why don't we do that?
Is she still impassioned?
Yes. Pull it for the scene. So you can assume they're connected.
It's a success.
All right, and take that too.
Nice.
When
Okay.
you fail, so when we all fail so many times, you get things to.
Yeah. Good God, those dice were not like this.
We're all just apparently so bad at healing.
Yeah.
We're so bad at it.
I was doing pretty well in the fight. Even my last one was a success. He just crit.
It's fair. It's very fair. Okay, so we're probably gonna gloss over. I think you're gonna have a while here. This is gonna have to be a downtime a bit because Elian is severely wounded. You're gonna want at least 1 week of recovery before you deal with anything. But we
How
need
long
to know.
do Nineveh and I have? Or we're out for the count?
Technically,
I'm
you're
about
on
to
the
lose,
edge
like, a
of
month.
Faerie, so it'll hit after, like, it'll hit instantaneously when you come out of Savage.
Okay, I'm gonna tell Cadwigan that at some point. Just while we're there. Just be like, by the way.
Alternatively, you could, yeah, you could certainly, like, volunteer for sleep here. It would mean,
Yeah, but I
it
have
would
to
mean
sleep the whole
Olwyn
time.
is effectively the only one awake for like a week, you know, which we don't
Yeah.
have to full play through. We do these time skips all the time in other Pendragons, right? If you wanted to make this like a let's rest and recoup, this could be the equivalent of. Now, long rests aren't 24 hours like they are in D&D in this game, right? So
Yeah.
you know, if you want to do the equivalent of long rest, make sure Elian gets some decent hit points back. Let Beatrice and Nineveh sleep. The only risk you have, of course, is you have Padarn, and you have to figure out what you're gonna do to keep him quiet or solve the Padarn factor.
Yeah.
The Padarn factor.
I think with the other two down for the count, something that Olwen would be doing would be tending to all of them, but also probably attempt to break him out of it the second he like wakes up.
Oh, madness will not be an issue anymore.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Not after going unconscious, I think. I think it's more a matter of that didn't matter for what his objectives were.
Yeah, his objective.
Well, then, her focus would be like just that. I think that she might be able to relate to him on a few levels, and we can play that out. But I think that's just what she would. That's part of what she'll be doing while the rest are out.
That makes
I
sense.
can imagine what ends up happening to him is it's like that scene in Airplane where they're smacking the hysterical lady and it forms a line of people smacking.
Yeah. Okay, so like just taking like above the table, I'll take this one out a little bit. So Padarn, this is very close to what happened with Vivian, or death. And there's a panic in him that he won't be able to, like, he is responsible for her death in a way.
Yeah.
Oh, we gotta raise hand.
I'm entire. So, how long does it take Padarn to wake up?
That is.
Is there a chance that I am still awake?
You could literally go, I'm gonna wait till Padarn wakes and we figure this out, then we're gonna sleep. Like, that is an option, but you might want to share that with Olwen, or like, why don't we get the two of you in character?
Olwen? Yeah. So, I'm going to disappear for a little while.
I assumed you let some spells go, and I know what that's like.
Yeah.
Got it covered.
If he wakes up, it occurred to me. Nineveh just went through this entire speech about how Vivian's alive. I don't know if he knows.
I don't think he'll believe us if we say that. He might just think we're saying something to placate him or distract him.
Still like to say it. If you won't say it to him, I'll stay awake long enough to say it myself.
Beatrice, I will let him know. I also think that I'm not extremely confident about it, but I feel that I can get through to him with everything that's happened with me since he's been gone. All of the extra responsibilities that I've picked up, all the people that I feel that I've let down, all the poor choices that I've made that have led to God's terrible things that I wish I could take back.
I think he loved her, in a way.
I can understand that. I've lost so many people that I've loved, in a way.
It will matter to him to know, I think, if he doesn't already.
I'll tell him. That'll be part of it.
I owe him that much.
Of course. I'll let him know.
Was I still carrying the letter that I wrote him on me? Because that got returned to me at one point. And I saw him in Savage, and I don't think I gave it to him.
The ring did, I think.
They did? Okay.
I don't know if the letter did, but it's possible.
Yeah.
The letter
ring
never got to him.
Yeah. Because we gave it to Rickard, and then Rickard brought it back.
He brought it
Rickard
back.
brought it back.
It was like when you learned that
ring.
Padarn wasn't found basically anywhere.
Yeah.
Where he went.
He went to Crazy Town.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think Beatrice, with her habit of holding on to things, I mean, she's still holding on to the necklace from session 1. She'll just pull it out of whatever bag she takes with her. You can give that to him too. I don't know if he'll actually want it, but frankly, I read it years ago, but
It's good to have. Oh, I remember helping you write this.
Yeah.
No. Yes, I'll of course give it to him, and if he doesn't want it, then
burn it. I don't know. I'm
it'll
sick of
do what it'll
carrying it.
do. You're carrying too much.
That letter's
Physically
not going
and
to be
not so much.
That letter, I feel like, is not going to be the thing that broke my back, but give that to him. Make sure he knows about Vivian. I wish I could speak to him. But I don't think he wants to speak to me at this point. I won't give him what he wants. And she'll stand up and leave the room.
Sleep well.
Yep. Like, go wherever Nineveh is sleeping. Like, just... We've picked a hut, and this is our spot.
Stables.
Yeah, we're like the over part of the...
You're gonna go with her?
So, Nineveh, I'm assuming we're finding a place to sleep, or we try and find Meg.
She's not gonna sleep in a hut. That was Padarn nearby.
Where is she gonna sleep?
A hut, not the hut.
Like, is she in a different hut?
Are you going with her?
I mean, that was the plan, yeah.
Okay.
We were gonna hole up somewhere to sleep.
Give me like, and I'll
as long as she's not teleporting me anywhere, I'm cool.
Right, for sure. Give me like a either an awareness. Awareness is probably appropriate. Give me a +5 on it. It's not that hard to find her, but it's possible you don't find her.
Success.
Okay. You kind of catch up to her, and you've got to like, you're calling to her to like catch up, and she kind of just keeps walking, and you follow her for a good 5 minutes as she makes her way through the trees outside of town.
Are you going to talk to me?
She looks over at you, and she looks really, really exhausted. It's like you can tell she's on the brink of like just falling unconscious right here.
Where are we going?
She takes, she has like a walking stick. She takes it and she makes a few markings in the bark on this big tree in front of you. And then she walks forward into the tree and just vanishes.
That's kind of like the teleporty thing, and I don't like it. Based on Beatrice's understanding of teleportation, does that
Which
look
is-
like what she did earlier?
You can. What is your insight at currently? Just give me a
My
D20 roll.
ends.
It's probably pretty
Right.
low.
It is at 2010.
Okay, so just roll a D20 to see if you have a general insight of what this is. Oh, that was really close.
Did I
And now
really
test-
close to getting it, or really close?
Really
I
close to
missed
getting it. Test travel now.
Travel.
Yeah, you have a travel talent at like
There's a
1.
travel talent.
I think didn't you and Olwen both get a point in it? From
I
don't
from
think
Nineveh
I got
the
a
first time.
point.
I don't have a travel.
Okay. Was it healing you got from her? What did you both get? You both got something from the session with Gorlo when basically the last time you
I
saw the
got
door.
healing. I want to say I got
Okay,
healing.
okay,
I got
that's right.
I have hunting.
I thought she
don't know.
taught you guys something and I gave that to you, but I could be wrong.
I think
So-
she talked about teaching us something, but
No, I thought I like
I wanna
I can
say it
double
was
check.
Healing.
that was like way back in the first iteration. of
It
Academy
really
Branches.
was. It was so far
Mhm.
back.
Okay, so we're going to let's make this nice and easy. You've traveled now twice that way.
Mhm.
Similar, but no. It doesn't. Something about it seems different.
Oh God. Follow her into the tree.
Okay.
Did I just run into a tree? Did she just not let me
No.
in?
You find yourself in almost like it's almost like you're on the. Even though the tree couldn't possibly be this big, it's like you are entombed in like what looks like a bark house, effectively, like the inside of a tree, a hollowed out tree. Though the tree again wasn't this big, and you see
You
her
gotta-
just walk a few feet, and then she just like collapses.
She's gonna say to the empty room, "You gotta teach me this one." And then she's gonna put herself against a wall, lean back, and just sit and then sleep.
So Beatrice out. Now we'll go back to Olwen. I think.
Yeah.
What is your intention before Elliot wakes in a few days?
I don't necessarily have intention with Elian specifically. I'm gonna like keep an eye on her, dab her forehead, their forehead when I walk by, that sort of caretaker stuff. But for the most part, her intent is to speak with Padarn when he wakes up.
Okay. This will be the same day Elian is recovering. So Elian, your eyes are gonna start fluttering open on on Sunday. You can add your healing rate back to your sheet, and +1 for surgery.
So that's going to be
7 maybe?
healing rate is 3, so that'd be adding 4.
Correct. Brings you to 7.
So that takes me to 8.
8. Okay, perfect. So you are conscious again.
I'm conscious.
Yeah. But we're gonna kind of give Olwen a moment here with Darn. I know you've been sitting it out for a bit, but we'll.
No, she's out of it.
Okay. All right. Olwen, Padarn, you learn of Padarn waking up by him kind of making noise, as he's confused and like lost and tied up.
She'll go and like sit on whatever, like if he's just in the bed or by a cot or something, she'll go and sit on that or with him. Hi.
As you kind of pass through into the room, Cadogan nods to you, and he just has like, he kind of shows you the hilt of his dagger, like, and gives you a nod. Like, he doesn't say like, he's not asking you if you should do it. He's just letting you know he's here.
She'll kind of like flash her own dagger and nod as well.
Okay. Padarn looks up. Lady Olwen.
Wait, Sir Padarn? Are you... I don't want to ask if you're alright because... But you... Are you? Better at least?
Oh, right.
Look,
Did
I understand.
slew your knight?
It was close. But we were able to... Beatrice was able to save her. I understand your feeling. I know what it's like to have an emotional reaction to someone that you think that you failed, that you let down. Because I've let down so many people. I had to take on so many responsibilities that I wasn't ready for. And I know how difficult it can be. We're trying really hard. And you're doing the best you can, and we recognize that. And you didn't fail, Vivian.
I did.
And she'll grab the ring. She's alive.
He'll take the ring. He'll try to. Actually, he can't. His hands are bound. Never mind. He'll just kind of nudge forward to look at it.
We're trying, ultimately, to find her right now. Find Meg, find and then ask them to help us find someone else. And she wouldn't... I don't think she would want you to just kill people because... I made that mistake once too. I lashed out at someone who wasn't responsible. But I wanted them to be so bad. I wanted it to be their fault. And I punished him. And she didn't deserve it. feel the weight of that every day. I don't want you to have to go through that too. I'd like to help you.
He looks really caught up in the comment about Vivian, and it's like you can tell that he's stuck on that for a bit. He adds like, she's alive.
Yes.
And he moves past that. That's not his biggest concern. He's like, you know where she is then?
We're looking for her. We're gonna try and find her, and having someone like you along, recovered, would be a great help. If you can behave yourself. She tries to smile.
He looks really, really tempted. And he shakes his head. Owen, I swore an oath of service to King Savage. To his sons.
Did you swear that?
Balin and Balan.
Or did you swear it when the veil was around your eyes?
Give me a sight test.
It's a failure.
Okay. There's something off with him, but there's something inherently familiar to you about this. Give me a glamour test.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I also felt that.
Your dice. It's not a fumble. I think what it means is you know he's been glamored.
Yeah, I think she already had that suspicion.
Yeah. But now you're confirming. You just don't know necessarily how to break it. How to break that. But you see like a spark of it for a moment, kind of light back up in his eyes, and he's like, of course I remember swearing it. They took me in. They made me their gallant. I owe them everything.
Yeah, they did. Remind me, Supadan, didn't you swear an oath to Vivian before you swore an oath to Savage?
She abandoned that, not me. You know that. He looks like
And your
wounded
oath is
by that,
still...
right? Like, poor guy, right?
Then your oath to her still stands. And that one should take precedence.
Is she in need of help?
We don't know.
Why are you trying to find her? I mean, I want to find her. Why do you all? And why are you working with Nineveh of all people?
I'm not
You know the
working
two
with
are-
her. Two are what? Used to be sisters?
They were rivals.
Well, it doesn't surprise me. I don't think Nineveh is very good at making friends. She has a sort of attitude that puts off most people, me included. And she just sort of scoffs and shakes her head a bit, refocuses. Well, we're only working with her because she knows where to look. She knows who to find. We're hoping to find and rescue Beatrice's sister. She's our only option.
She doesn't care about anyone,
I know.
especially highborn ladies and knights. If she had her way, the island would be removed from them. Removed of them.
It's about her own, right? Beatrice's sister is one of her own.
If, and this is a big if, and I suppose I'm captive, so maybe
You are.
there's. If I work with you, if I help you and whatever you're doing, when we're done, I need to bring Nineveh in.
I won't stand in your way as long as you don't hurt my friends. I have no loyalty to her.
Give me you're intending to be honest here, right? Like
Yeah.
you are not being deceitful as a Owen?
Nope.
Okay. Give me an honest test. So I know you're high in it. Okay.
It's giving me flashbacks.
Yeah, all right. Like we did this once already.
Like when I first joined you.
No, this is a little different. She's right about Nineveh in a way. I think. Yeah, he nods. All right. I'll join and help as I can.
Right. For now, helping is getting rest and healing up. So drink your soup.
Okay. Awesome. So before we close, because I think we're pretty close to it, and I want to make sure everyone gets a good night's sleep. Let's check in with Nicole, because Nicole's been on commission for like over an hour. Alien is awake. What do you want to do? So you find yourself able to stand with the help of. We'll put Ketty. He's probably. He saw you fight with a shovel. He looked pretty impressed.
She was doing really well.
Yeah,
I want
yeah.
to point that out.
You were schooling a 22 sword knight with a shovel.
Yeah.
So that was
The shovel.
pretty impressive. So that puts him in like the top like 100 knights in Logres for that skill anyway.
Yeah, when she first wakes up and she's all groggy, you think you hear her say the word wooden glass. And then she looks around and she's kind of like, oh yeah, I'm in the mortal realm. Never mind, I'm alive somehow.
You're awake. Are you okay, Sir Knight?
Where am I?
Or is it
Where's
Dane?
Lady Olwen?
Owen is speaking to the captive knight. He shouldn't know that, but he's nosy little bastard.
Hmm.
As children are, you
Yeah.
know.
Little shit.
She just kind of nods and she's like, kind of like, very what's going on. And then she looks down at her and she goes, yeah, I thought that happened. Okay.
Yeah. We thought you were not gonna make it.
So did I. I don't know if I'm disappointed or not.
The strange lady in white, she led us through some mist, and well, we got back here a lot faster than I thought.
She and Beatrice are sleeping then, aren't they?
I don't know. I haven't seen them in a few days, maybe 4 days.
Yeah, they're sleeping. That sounds about right.
I'm gonna test something for him, see if he knows this. He's a little bit of a nosy kid.
He's a nosy kid.
Come
no,
on.
You know.
No idea.
Oh,
As little kids are.
Huggy.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Sleeping.
But she kind of tries to get up and then winces and she goes, you know, I could eat a lion at this point.
Oh, right. We can find you some food. It's been a little bit harder since this place has been cursed.
It's been cursed?
The land doesn't grow the way it used to. Only the wilds of the forest grow here. Not any food from our farm. We often have to send our people out into the forest, forage, hunt.
Strange. Otherwise there would be witches here.
He like
Well,
when
I
you say
don't-
that, he's like, shh. You say she can hear you when you do that.
She'd have to be extremely powerful. And I know some very powerful witches and they cannot do that.
When you say it
But
again,
okay.
he's like, shh. Don't think on her.
Don't think about her.
Yes.
Her name isn't, and then out of character, I forgot Beatrice's mom's name. Elian would not, because that was crazy.
Oh, Beatrice's
Kidding.
mom, Hillid.
Hillid.
Yeah.
Hillid.
Hillid, yeah. She is. Her name's not Hillid, is it?
You met Hillid?
It was pleasant. I take it is her then.
No. But Hillid has come
No.
here before. It's a couple years
It's
ago.
Beatrice.
Who? Oh, Beatrice.
Does Beatrice know about this?
No. Why would she?
Let's just say she and Hillid know each other very well. It's very complicated.
But Hillid was kind.
Not when I met her. Perhaps the years were difficult.
Yeah, maybe.
She wasn't all there when I met her.
Maybe something happened.
But she made a little. She kind of points to the head. It wouldn't make any sense.
Like that night. The one that tried
Darn.
to... Yeah.
Perhaps. I've never met him. Although I gather that Lady Olin and Beatrice have.
I think I should probably let Olwen know that you're awake. No, I don't think you should move.
Order then, if you would, please.
Yeah, of course. He'll run out to do that first. Unless we need a moment with Olwen and Elian together, maybe that's a good stopping point for the night. Is there any justification from Rebecca or Nicole that we need that?
I think that's a good part. Way to fade out.
Okay.
It's nearly
We definitely have
1:30.
raid numbers for us, so let's carry this on.
Yeah, let's raid.
Yeah.
Before we do so,
Let's-
of course, this is well, let's start with
Beautiful.
player introductions first. So we'll go with Rebecca.
Hi, I have been Rebecca, and I have been playing Lady Olwen, who did real bad first aid surgery rolls, but super good at being honest.
y'all.
Join our Discord, come hang out with us, and follow us on all of our socials. I'm posting the links in the chat as we speak. And we would love to have you. And that's me done. Nothing to plug at the moment. Hopefully soon.
Understood.
We'll see.
Understood.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go to Emily next.
I'm Emily. I played Beatrice. There's a cat I used to show on every stream, and I've been forgetting. And yeah, I also didn't roll great. This was a session. So, still very fun. Just we were numerically cursed.
It's true. I won't disagree with that.
Numeric curse.
Also, hi everybody. Thank you for watching.
We'll go to Nicole next.
Hi, I'm Nicole. I was playing Sir Elian, who has somehow survived. But I was actually rolling pretty well tonight, relatively, for myself. She just was very stupid. Yeah, but somehow still alive.
We'll have to do that aging roll to see if you lose a permanent stat, of course, after that major wound. But we'll do that at the beginning of the next one.
Sorry.
1 in 6 chance you don't. So if this is your first time chiming in, first off, welcome everyone. Welcome Raiders. It was awesome to have you. We play Pendragon 3 times a week. This group plays every Tuesday. We have kind of 3 games that are somewhat interconnected, telling the Arthurian legend between the period of Uther Pendragon and Arthur Pendragon using the Great Pendragon Campaign. This game is the most, I'd say, unorthodox Pendragon out of the group, in that it follows Lady Olwen, a noble half-fae, Beatrice, a witch/enchantress, daughter of crazy necromancer /
Yep.
former Lady of the Lake, and now a sister to
First sword man.
the future of Nimue. Yep. And then we have Sir Elian the Lost, lost in the sense that he always fumbles those hunting rolls, but also lost in the sense that spent a very long time in Faerie as a regular mortal, the good side of Faerie, and now finds themselves kind of lost, or they've certainly lost their way from any sort of meaning in the human / mortal plane. So there is a actual mechanic with that where it's easier for Alien to impassion themselves with Fae than it is to impassion themselves with anything else, and it actually gets in the way of the other impassion attempts. So
You almost loved me once.
we also have
Very prone to melancholy.
Yeah. Right. We also have 2 sibling games. We have one set in county of, or in Wales, basically, called the Rise of Nantelia. That's following a king on his way to try to become a high king. And we have another game called Salisbury Anarchy. That's been our longest running game on Sunday nights. That game follows the mess that is Salisbury after the death of the Earl and the death of their king, Uther Pendragon. And
Salisbury sucks, says Olwen.
yeah, the neighboring
Game is great, says Rebecca.
The neighboring county that can wander on in. No, but yeah, these are 3 very different games, but they're set in the same setting. If you're interested, those are the nights: Tuesday for this, Friday for Resident Inteliad, Sundays for Salisbury Anarchy. Thanks for watching. We're going to continue this raid. I'm going to pick, if they're still there, I think I'm going to pick Dorktales because they're from Vancouver and they've hooked me up more than once. They're awesome. So let's go.
Woohoo.
Yeah. They're also very busy tonight, but I don't care. Let's add to that busyness. Thanks for watching,
Yeah.
everyone.
Make it even more
Stay tuned.
busy.
Yeah.
Bye.